What's up, guys? Welcome back. I'm here at Jack Hanania Coconut Point Honda with this 2026 Honda Passport RTL, which is the base trim level. I've already done the Trail Sport and the Trail Sport Elite reviews. Those videos were very popular. Many of you were asking me to do an RTL trim to see what the base trim offers, and that's what I'm going to do today. We're going to take you on a complete tour of this vehicle, starting with the exterior, interior, powertrain technology, and the test drive. So if you like watching videos like this, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, hit that like and subscribe button. And now let's get back to this.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head, because there are so many things that I left unsaid.
And here it is, guys, 2026 Honda Passport. But before we dive into this particular one, let's talk about Passport as a nameplate for Honda. So, of course, it dates back to the 90s, where Honda and Isuzu made a vehicle, Isuzu Rodeo, Honda Passport, basically the same thing with the different badges on it. That lasted for 2 generations. And then in the early 2000s, it disappeared from the face of the earth. I believe 2002 was the last one. 1 or 2 was the last one. Then it got replaced with the Pilot. Then it came back on the market in 2015 with the brand new design. It was basically a Pilot looking SUV without the third row seat. A great vehicle, but I think this one is much better. First of all, it looks so much nicer. In my personal opinion, this is the nicest design that Honda had in many, many years. Let's take a look and see what's going on. So we have a completely brand new front end. It's not shared with any other vehicle, although I think that we might see a Ridgeline with this front end. Now, don't quote me on it. This is just speculations, but I think that's what Honda is going to do. So we have the LED lights with, as you can see, the amber turn signals that are white if you turn on just a regular daytime running lamps. And we have this more masculine front end. Now, this is not as aggressive as we've seen on the Trail Sport, where you've seen some of the recovery hooks down at the bottom. You see a set of skid plates. This is more of a plain design because this is a base model. We have the big Honda logo right in front, their Passport that's stamped in the top portion of the bumper, and the same trim as we've seen on the other trims on top of the hood. Now, if you like the color of this particular one, this is a Sonic gray color, and it is a $455 option. So let's see what powers it up. And here underneath the hood, we'll find the 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6 with 285 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission, and we have the IVTM all-wheel drive system. Now, the hood is held up by hood struts on both sides, and we have some sound insulation underneath here, and we're definitely going to check the quietness of the cabin at the end of this video. And I know I get some comments on my previous videos that it looks like a Ford Bronco Sport, and there's some similarities to it. There's no hiding it, but it plays in a different league. It is much bigger vehicle. It's 191 inches long. It's almost 80 inches wide, and it's about 76 inches tall. 8.3 inches is the ground clearance, and we have 113.8 inches of the wheelbase. So it is much bigger vehicle. Now, the big difference here on the side between this and the Trail Sport models are the wheels. Now, we still have the 18-inch wheels, kind of more of a plain design. We don't have these aggressive tires. Rather, we have more of the on-the-road oriented tires, and Honda went with the Hankook Dyna Pro HP2 tires, size of it 265 by 60, and we don't have the off-road tuned suspensions like you've seen on the Trail Sport models. However, as far as the design of it, you still have this matte black cladding that continues at the bottom of this vehicle and around the wheel wells. Black mirrors, and we have the blind spot assist inside of the mirrors. We have the black door handles, not the shiny door handles, kind of more of a satin look on here, and we have the roof rails also in black as well. I actually like the design of this vehicle, and we're going to take a look in the back and see what's going on here, because that features a whole brand new back end as well. And that includes, of course, the brand new tail lamps. These are all LED lights, including, yes, the LED turn signals and the reverse lights. Passport is stamped into this rear gate. We have the Honda logo, rear view camera. The wiper is exposed. Kind of wish that they hid it underneath this gate spoiler. And we have a tow hitch because this is the RTL towing package. So this vehicle can tow up to 5,000 pounds. We have the Class 2 hitch and the 7-pin connector over here, so you can connect your trailer here. And yes, the RTL also features a power lift gate. That's a standard equipment now. You can only open this, push the button, and there you go. It opens up, and we have over 40 cubic feet of room right here in the back. Now you have the all-season mat. Okay, it opens up. Now here, I didn't mention that in the previous video, but this well right here is designed to fit the full-size spare tire if you chose to get one. This will just stand up straight up right here, and then you can still utilize the rest of the space underneath here. Now, this wouldn't have the temporary use spare tire, I guess, if you choose the regular one. But look at this design over here. Kind of the mountains right here in the back, looking pretty good. What else do we have? We have the 12-volt power outlet. Here we have more storage, and you can also opt in for the table that you can either lay it down here, make a shelf up on the top, or take it out and go for a picnic with your family. Now, 60-40 split on the seats. If you fold them down, you're going to have more than 100 cubic feet of storage inside of this truck. Now, let's take a look and see what's going on in the passenger compartment. I'm going to start right here with this rear door panel, and you can see the differences right away between this and the Trail Sport or Trail Sport Elite. Where on the Trail Sport, you had this fabric insert, nice and soft. You had the leather insert on the Trail Sport Elite. This is all hard plastic on the base trim level. Now, this is still soft, and it's in this light gray color, matching the interior of this vehicle. We still have some storage as far as the cup holder, more storage at the bottom of the door. And take a look at the interior of it. Now, the RTL comes standard with the leather upholstery, and this is nice, right? This is real leather, very light gray color. I kind of wish that it was a little bit darker, but nevertheless it looks good, at least when it's new. We have the cup holders in here, and then the floor is completely flat, a huge advantage over some of the competitors. And behind the seats we have some seat back storage. Now, here's one thing that I would like to see. In addition to those USB Type-C ports, I'd like to see another outlet, either the 12-volt power outlet or the regular household outlet. You'll find that on the Trail Sport and Trail Sport Elite, but not on the RTL. And we also don't have the rear controls down here. You have your vents for the second row passengers. And so let's see how much room I have in this second row seat. I got to tell you, this is nice and comfortable. I'm almost 6 feet tall, and this front seat is adjusted to my regular driving position. I have about 3 inches, maybe more, in front of my legs, about 4 inches above my head, plenty of shoulder room, no shortage of room right here in the back. I got to tell you, this is a very comfortable vehicle, even for taller people as well. And one other difference I've noticed that we don't have the sunshade that you've seen on the Trail Sport Elite. On my previous videos, a lot of you made comments about the passenger seat, that it's not adjustable, doesn't have the power adjustments. Well, it does. It's front and back, and you can also adjust the recliner. It does not have the height adjustments. That's why I'm going to sit in here and show you how I, as a 6 foot tall adult, would fit inside of this, so you can see for yourself. Well, I had someone commented that if you're really short, you're going to be really down below here. And that's not the case. As you can see, I'm 6 feet tall. I have this much room above my head. If I was shorter a little bit, I would still be well above the dashboard, so I can still see comfortably. So to me, it wouldn't be an issue, none whatsoever. Let's see what's going on as far as the front door panel. So we have the window mirror lock controls. As you can see, this vehicle just rolled off the truck, so they tinted the windows. Do not roll down. We're not going to do it. Well, we have the 2 memory seat settings on the RTL towing package right here. We have the same hard plastic here, but this is soft plastic. This is actually gives in a little bit. This is soft as well as far as your armrest, and we still have the same storage. one speaker down here at the bottom. We don't have the premium stereo. And let's take a look and see what's going on as far as the seats. Now we have the adjustments on the seats. Now we have the up and down on this, back and forth, and the lumbar support, in addition to what you've seen on the passenger seat. I actually like the design of it. They're solid leather seats, so there's no heat. It's not ventilated seats. At least we're going to see if it has heated seats. I don't think so on this particular one, but actually a nice design. Let's take a look and see what else is going on. Starting with the sound of the closing door. Boom, that's actually pretty solid. And we have this nice animation running through the screen right here. Honda, let's push the button and get this thing started. All right, so we have the regular sound of the starting engine, because this is not a hybrid, not a mild hybrid, just a regular, naturally aspirated V6. As far as the steering wheel, I think it's the right size. We have the right thickness. We have some stitching on the inside of it. We have the leather wrapping on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. There's only one active button here, and that's the one for the power liftgate. We have the Honda logo right in the middle, volume control, seek track, and voice control here. Now, these are scroll wheels to control what's going on the inside. I'm going to show you that in just a little bit. On the right-hand side, we have the cruise control, adaptive cruise control, and these are what the buttons are for. Now, as far as what's going on here, you can select it on the left-hand side here. You can customize display. So let's go here and let's see what we can do. Hide and show as far as the different content. So we have phone, FM, AM, USB, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Alexa, and that's pretty much it. Now you can do the same thing on the right-hand side with a scroll wheel, and we see the hide and show. Let's see what we have. Range and fuel, speed and time, navigation, driver attention, all-wheel drive torque distribution, pitch and roll, and we have the tire pressure, no content. And let's go back to the top screen, and we can also change the gauge design here, so you can have the round, bar, round minimal, or bar minimal. Let's do the round one. This is more classic style. And right in the middle, you have the silhouette of the vehicle. You see I have the parking, the brake on, right? So I have my foot on the brake. So that's showing. If I turn the turn signal, that shows as well. And if I turn the lights on, that shows as well. So kind of an indication whether your lights are on or off. And that's an important feature, especially in today's age, where everything on the inside is illuminated, whether the lights are on or off. Now, on the left-hand side, you have the temperature. On the right-hand side, you have the fuel gauge. We're in the normal drive mode. Let's see what other drive modes we have. So, Sport, Normal, Econ, Snow, Trail, Sand, and Tow. There's 7 different drive modes. Okay, that's actually pretty good. We're going to drive in Sport today. So let's take a look and see what else is going on. Now, we've seen this display already in the other trims. So we're not going to connect the device because that's going to disconnect my microphone. But this is the Google-based infotainment system. Now, there's good and bad things about it, right? The good thing that it's a big display. It's very nice. It's very accurate. You have the Google Maps. So if you're familiar with that, you can actually just basically use it like your Android phone. You have the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. So that's a really nice display. You go back out here to the main settings, phone, FM, Play Store. You can download any apps from the Play Store if you'd like to. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Alexa, Google Assistant, vehicle settings, general settings, profile settings. You have the AM, FM, and here's one of the things that a lot of people complained about it, and that's not having the Sirius XM. And what Honda says that yes, you can have it if you download the app and subscribe to it through the app, but then you'll have to use the data off of your cellular service, and if the service is not available in certain parts, we are not going to have service. So I kind of wish that Honda just put the satellite radio back as far as maybe a standalone option or part of a package. And what's also not here is we don't have the home link display. Now you have the Honda link, and you can basically opt in for a MyQ. I believe if you download MyQ app, certain garage door openers are going to be compatible with that, so you can open it through here. But you don't have the regular home link. It is also available as part of the mirror that's available from Honda. Now this is just a regular, and this is basically just a regular auto dimming mirror. There's no buttons in here other than this one button with this green light on it, but you can opt in for the one that actually has the home link system. So if that's something important to you, yeah, I know it's an extra option, but you can have it. So on the right hand side, this is like 2/3 and 1/3. You can select what's displayed here right now. It's the clock, and we have the compass, FM, okay, Google Assistant, and back to this. Now you can display different things, and now see, it's reading what I'm saying. So we're going to turn that off. I don't need the Google Assistance on that. So all apps, those are installed apps right now. Some of them are displayed, some of them are not. That's basically what's going on here. I'd like to go to vehicle settings just to see what's going on here. And this is a pretty nice animation here, so you can see the picture of the vehicle. So you have the forward collision warning, road departure mitigation, lane keep assist, blind spot information, traffic sign recognition, driver monitor, rear sensor settings, etc. Now I just had to basically turn that off on my Pilot because I installed the bike rack and it was beeping all the time and braking for me, so I had to kind of disable that. But you have that as a standard equipment on pretty much all the Pilot. Back button takes you back to this setup, lighting setup. So auto high beams, they're on, interior lighting, dimming time, headlight auto timer off, auto light sensitivity, auto headlight on, with wiper off. So all of these settings can be customized right here through this vehicle setup, and it's really nice and easy to read. So this is a big improvement over the previous generation power tailgate setup, keyless open mode, power open by outer handle. You know, you can do that how you want to. If you don't want somebody to just walk up to the vehicle and open it up by outer handle, you can turn that feature off. And you can only open it up through the remote inside or through the basically the kicking your foot underneath the bumper. So a lot more setup that's available right here in the system. Go to the general settings, systems, connections, privacy, sound volume, display, camera. I'll take a look at the camera. I'm going to go back to this home screen, put this vehicle in reverse. And I know I complained about it in the Trail Sport. I'm going to complain about it here as well. This is not the best quality camera. Kind of wish that Honda got a better camera system in here. But we have the 3 different settings for the camera: the top-down view, narrow view, and the wide view, or vice versa. Yeah. So that's all we have. As far as the camera, we have the active trajectory lines. It kind of shows you of which way you're going to go. And that's all for the camera system. Put it in park. Down here at the bottom, we have the volume knob and the power button, right? So this is a great thing that Honda left it. Passport, that's stamped inside in case you forgot which vehicle you're driving. And then the engine start stop button, hazard lights down here. Yes, we have the heated seats on both driver and passenger side. That's again the standard equipment. And we have a bunch of shortcuts for your climate control. 2 USB Type-C ports, 12-volt power outlet, a little bit more storage, wireless charging, and then you have this shifter that Honda is using on the Pilot, Odyssey, some of the other vehicles. I kind of wish that on the Passport they made it in the regular shifter, but again, this is something you can get used to it. Drive modes, that's where you switch it. You have the automatic start-stop feature, you can turn that off, downhill assist, electronic parking brake, brake hold, and then more storage down in the console. The reason I'm pointing out all of this standard features is because we're about done with this interior. We're going to talk about pricing. But before we do that, this is the mirror, and then you have the light controls, LED lights, sunglass holder, and you have the illuminated mirror right here in the visor as well. What we don't have the panoramic sunroof up on top. Just want to point out one more thing. This is soft plastic too. So this is a nice display. And we also have this shelf, which is rubber lined. So in case you put your cell phone in here or anything like this, it's not going to slide. And here it is, guys. This is the interior of this 2026 Passport RTL. Let's talk about pricing, guys. Well, it's really easy because Honda really has two levels. It's an RTL and Trail Sport, and within those we have some variations. So let's talk about it. The RTL is $44,750. The RTL towing, which is the one that I'm sitting in right now, it has the tow package basically. So it has a tow hitch, 5,000 pounds towing capacity, and it is at $45,450. So it is a $700 options to add the towing package. Now we have the RTL Blackout. It's at $45,950, and it has basically a blacked out badging around the vehicle. Trail Sport, the base one, is at $48,450. Trail Sport Blackout at $49,650. Trail Sport Elite $52,450, and the Trail Sport Elite Blackout $53,650. I had someone commented that, hey, once you add the features to the Trail Sport Elite, you're going to be at $60,000. So let's see what we can add to it that's so important. So a color, if you choose to get any of the fancy colors like this one, is $455. This is the Sonic Gray Pearl. So $455 for the color. Let's build it in the orange color. The leather is standard in the vehicle. You can add the white wheels. Who would want to do that? I'm not sure, but let's add the $1,800 for the wheels. And we have the packages. Those are included adventure package. If you want the table shelf, cargo utility light, MOLA panel set, that's $1,585. We're at $57,530. Black emblem package, which comes standard with the Blackout, or actually it doesn't, it's $175. I'm sorry. Function package, all season floor mats. Okay, we're at $58,215. HPD package. Now that's gonna be the HPD fender emblems. Let's add that. Why not? All right, $59,900. Pet protection package. Oh, if you have the pet. All right, so we have to remove the function package. All right, well, we're not going to add the pet protection package. And tow package, which is basically, so 2-inch hitch ball, trailer hitch ball, mount, and under. So if you were to build out the Trail Sport and basically add every possible option to it, like go down the line and add everything to it, you'd be at $60,120. Is that a lot? Sure. But let's talk about this, because I've gotten a lot of comments on it that, hey, $50,000 for a Passport, that's ridiculous. Well, guys, you know, what other vehicles are competing in this segment? Now, I've got some comments, people saying that, hey, the Toyota 4Runner shouldn't be in the same segment because it's a body-on-frame design, it's an off-roader, it's this and this. Okay, I get it. I agree. This could be a different segment. However, I still think that it fits in the same one. So that's just my opinion. You can have yours. That's different. And the difference between, by the way, the body on frame and the unit body construction is, in the body on frame, you have the reinforced leather frame, and the body sits on top of it. So it's definitely more durable as far as the twists and turns and torsion, and it can have a higher towing capacity. So if you are looking to do some serious off-roading, and I'm talking serious, like, you know, rock climbing or anything like this, yeah, you definitely want to look at something that has these options. However, if you are looking to go to the campsite, go on the gravel road, go on the light off-roading, yeah, you're perfectly capable with this vehicle. So what else is in this segment? Now, some people say, okay, Mazda CX-70, sure. That's a perfect example. We have the 2 rows of seats, midsize SUV, priced very competitively to this one. I mean, starting probably in the mid-40s and going up to almost $60,000. The same thing. I want these vehicles to be $35,000. Is it going to happen? No. Everything is expensive. So if you have any ideas of what other vehicle competes in the segment, I'm talking in the segment, don't throw in any of the Santa Fe's or anything like this in there, even though the Santa Fe's can go to $50,000 and above. But that's a different category. Now we have the V6 versus 4-cylinder. So yeah, quite a bit differences between the vehicles. Now, this vehicle is very nice. I can already, just driving in this parking lot, hear the difference inside. Now, you will not get the absorbing glass, you know, as you've had on the higher trim levels. So let's see how that affects the quietness of the cabin inside. It's pretty windy outside. I mean, I'm not expecting to hear a whole lot of wind from here. However, yeah, there could be a slight hum from the tires, and these are the road tires. So I know in the Trail Sport and Trail Sport Elite we had those more aggressive general grabber tires, and you can hear them, and yes, you can hear more noise coming to the cabin than on the other ones, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure it's going to be even more noticeable when I get on this high-speed road here. Most important thing is merging in traffic. This is what we're going to do right now. And yeah, no issues there. The vehicle gets up and going. And as I said before, yeah, definitely a lot more noticeable noise inside the cabin. Now, we've made a choice to go with the Pilot EXL for our family vehicle, and we've traded in a Pilot Touring. And I got to tell you, there is a big difference between the quietness of the cabin between the two models. The EXL is definitely louder, and then you can say the same thing for the RTL versus Trail Sport. So if you are shopping for a vehicle like this, definitely take it on a longer test drive as possible, just kind of so you can have an idea of this vehicle sounds like on different pavements and different types of roads, because this one is definitely louder than the other one. Now, nothing than a good stereo won't fix. And speaking of which, we have the regular stereo here. We don't have the Bose stereo system like you've seen on the Trail Sport Elite, so we don't have this high-end stereo. However, it sounds pretty decent. If you're not an audiophile, you probably won't notice much of a difference. I have the same exact system on my Pilot EXL. So which trim to get? Well, I gotta tell you, it's a tough one. To me, still the personal favorite is just a regular Trail Sport. I mean, I don't really care about the blackout package. I actually like the rims on the regular Trail Sport and the interior on the regular Trail Sport better than the Trail Sport Elite, with those fabric inserts and the synthetic leather. You don't have the ventilated seats on the Trail Sport, but you do get it on the Elite. You don't have the premium stereo. You don't have the side insulated glass, but the front one has, I think it's good enough for me. So to me personally, Trail Sport would be ideal. And you're actually not saving that much going with the RTL versus Trail Sport. I mean, it's going to save you a few $1,000s, probably $2,000-3,000. I think it would be money well spent. That's just my opinion. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about it. This vehicle drives good, and you can definitely don't feel that kind of a vibration, the kind of hum that comes from those more aggressive tires. However, you can still hear it. You don't feel it, but you still hear it. If that's how the way I describe it. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope this video is helpful. I hope you learned something about this brand new 2026 Honda Passport RTL trim. And if you did, don't forget to leave a comment, hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.